Hi, Samantha. I want to cover the confusion over stepping reflexes or reflexes in general. Now, obviously, I have a reflex course, and it's in the works, as well as it's live. But you know, a lot more is coming up this weekend. But anyway, the stepping reflex, or all the reflexes, are really misunderstood, and so are milestones. You have to look at, most people are looking for a milestone. Guess what? We need milestones. So what's going on is your child's had complications since birth in it's his development, and so now you're looking for something that should be happening, like a stepping reflex. And so people are telling you to do reflex integration, but see, that's not how reflexes work. Reflexes, the whole point of a positioning in response to stimuli, that's what a reflex is because when the baby is born, it's the first time that the skeletal system is collecting oxygen to oppose gravity, right? We call that buoyancy. It's very similar if you take a ping pong ball and lightly push it underwater versus a basketball where you can't get it to go underwater. That cellular collection of oxygen starts creating these things, and you'll see what we call plantar and palmar, and we go on, and then it's AT&R, but we have to do this. AT&R has to be done in opposition to gravity, right? So a stepping reflex, what we see as a step, is really almost like a palmar or plantar. The legs are learning to articulate in atmospheric pressure and gravitational pressure. Gravity is the only constant we have of a force, and we have it from the day we're born to the day we die. And this is where your child's having problems. First of all, his head's too heavy, right? So something went on that he's not able to have that buoyancy is needed. So yes, his reflexes are going to be have a problem. But if you go that route, you're going to be spinning your wheels, right? We don't have a good tummy time. We're not going into rolling over. We're already at 4 months. It's rolling over, should have been at 2.5 to 3 months. You can see the head is just struggling, and that's where you need to go. My heavy head course is free. You can go look at that to see what I'm talking about. But when a child rolls over, right, their head should just present, right? When a child can't roll over, right, and they look like, like there's just pressure because they haven't articulated that movement into their structure. So you're looking for, it's sort of like that old saying goes, you're only as good as your last achievement. Well, that's sort of a lot like where milestones are working, right? So you're looking for future achievement when we don't even have a good foundation. So he doesn't have a good absolute horizon. And I don't mean to scare you. I'm giving you a game plan. I'm telling you what's wrong, but I'm also telling you what to work on. I honestly would get into the worried parent support group, but if not, you look at the heavy head, you need a better tummy time because that's not happening. And then we can go into the rolling over course. But see, when you're in the support program, now you can get all the courses in there and to help you in there as your child's developing, because right now you're on catch-up mode as well as going forward. And so this is where I'm trying to help you with that. So no one has a right to make an observation that this isn't happening if they don't give you solutions. This really has to stop out in the professional world. It's sort of like if, again, I'm not saying this to put down a chiropractor, because I actually wanted to go for my license, but my chiropractic license would interfere with my movement lesson. So if I went to, like, say, Florida and worked, I would be an unlicensed chiropractor versus that I'm just there doing movement lesson. And so I couldn't do it. So I do like chiropractic work, but it still has to. So if someone just says your C7's out, and this is where, again, they're not living up to their profession when someone is in that mode, what are you going to do about it? Right? So even if someone puts it back into place, you still need movement integration to work on that so your body knows how to work around this new alignment. If not, the body actually looks at the old alignment. It's sort of like when I'm working with someone with scoliosis. When they first get up, they might say, oh, I feel really crooked. No, what you thought was straight was crooked, and now I'm trying to get you, in a sense, straighter, and your body is saying that that's crooked. There's a fine line of where you're at with that movement. And so that's what you need to work on. So again, we need a better foundation. So that's where he's struggling. And that's why you're already working with professionals that are helping you on the case. But with the heavy head, I'm going to tell you right now, if you go conventionally, they're going to just say he has to get a stronger neck. And now you're really going to be affecting your milestones. Babies do not lift their head with their necks. They do it with the pelvis and the pubic bone. And that's how they lift their heads. They do not do this. We can do this, right? Adults can do that. Babies don't do that. That's not how they work. And so the understanding of how physical movement happens in infancy versus, again, adolescence and then into adulthood is these are truly different concepts. We can't take adult-based processing and put it on an infant. And so that's where you need to go after. Thanks.